What is up, YouTube? EA Sports has finally released their UFC 5 first look trailer. This is going to show us some gameplay and some features that they have added and been working on since their last installment. Enough talking, guys. Let's go ahead and just get into it.
And with EA Sports UFC 5, this is as real as it gets. For the first time in franchise history, UFC 5 is powered by the Frostbite engine.
And with the
Frostbite, yes.
UFC 5 looks amazing, man. It really gave
That's going to be great for the ragdoll knockouts.
The Frostbite engine makes a significant impact on the quality of characters and environments. With advanced rendering features, we can deliver even more realistic
all about the graphics, though.
With industry-leading facial animation technology.
While the arts of mixed martial arts is something to behold, it does come with consequences. And I can tell you,
that looks kind of dope.
Those consequences are nasty.
With UFC 5's all-new real impact system, cuts, bruising, and swelling accumulate in accurate locations on the body and have a realistic effect on gameplay. That all starts with the foundation of the real impact system, authentic damage.
Damage impacts your body's attributes during the game. So, if you got a cut bleeding into your eye, it will lower your defensive abilities on that side of the body. And if you take one too many kicks to your lead leg, you'll start to limp, your mobility will decline, and your attack power will
That's messed up what they did to Connor.
I've taken some calf kicks. They look just as painful in the game as they are in the octagon.
That's messed
Working
up.
hand in glove with authentic damage is the all-new strategic element of doctor's checks and stoppages.
If you take serious damage, the ref might call in.
We knew this was coming from the actual trailer, the other one.
Keep fighting. You're going to have to switch up your strategy to protect that hurt area to keep the fight from getting stopped. And on the other side of this coin, can you make the most of your opponent's injury until the doctor has no choice but to stop?
I don't know how I feel about that. It's good that they have it in there.
While every fight starts,
this is what I want to see.
It should be just as fun to tangle on the ground. We got a new seamless submission system, and it really legitimizes the ground game in UFC 5.
The seamless submission system removes the minigames completely and functions as an extension of the overall ground game. This delivers a much faster and far more intuitive experience, keeping the action on the ground fresh and fluid. Showcasing UFC's massive presentation updates in truly innovative fashion is the all-new cinematic KO replay. Thanks to the power of Frostbite,
so that's what they've been showcasing this entire time.
Blows in stunning visual fidelity.
Those super
MMA game is gonna love that.
All those cinematic camera angles and the lighting, it really turns your knockout.
The lighting.
Plus, we've added improved interactions with the referee in ground and pound stoppages.
That doesn't really matter.
Added the ability to go to a draw on the judges' scorecards and online play, which is something we know you've been asking for. UFC 5 is truly an extension of the UFC fan experience.
What do they have?
Fight Week, an all-new series of
they have career mode again,
synced with real-world
something called Fight Week.
Bring you more content and rewards than ever before, like the all-new alter egos, which let you play as your favorite fighters in their authentic career-defining moments, with up to 4 new alter egos dropping per month. It's a staggering level of content.
That's not.
Career mode offers an all-new introduction, and Coach Davis is back to guide the player through their UFC career, along with help from none other than the Bullet herself, Valentina Shevchenko, who crushes it as an all-new NPC.
This is the best training facility in the world. There is no place like it.
Then there are new cinematics, locations, and a refined focus on onboarding. And last but not least,
so they gave career mode a facelift.
Not least, if you pre-order UFC 5, you'll receive a roster of legendary heavyweight fighters, including Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson,
he looks great
and the
in
last
game.
Emperor, Fedor Emelianenko.
Fedor looks a little goofy.
Man, that's too good.
A little goofy.
Thanks for joining us, DC, and thank you all for watching. We're excited for you to find out for yourselves that UFC 5 is as real as it gets.
So the Frostbite engine is going to be something that's really highly going to be the noticeably difference in playing this game, only because this type of engine, from what I've seen, I've played games where I think it was like Blitz or something, one of the football games where you can tackle them and they'll ragdoll and they'll be like realistic when it comes to getting hit. So adding this is actually one of the dopest things so far. So the impact system, it looks like it's going to be highly detailed. It's just going to be more, you know, visually effective thing. As you can see here, look at the eyes right here. And then he has like a little hematoma. See, look at this. Look at Justin Gaethje. Look at his face. He looks like one of the things from Hills Have Eyes. So that's more like a graphical thing, because I know that they didn't really give us much damage impact on the other installment. So it's nice to see that they gave that a little facelift. The thing is, though, so that is going to be another game changer, too. So if your eye, let's say the left eye is hurt, your left side of blocking is going to be super low, and that's where you're going to be able to have the advantage over your opponent, which is going to be nice. But I'm going to see people spamming that left side, so you're going to have to get creative. They didn't show anything about the parry system. I don't think they're going to bring back parrying. I thought they were, but looks like they're not going to be able to actually do that. So that's pretty decent for the damage stuff. I wonder how that's going to translate to online gameplay. It could be bad just because people like to spam a lot of attacks. I don't know exactly what they have so far in moves, but I could see somebody cartwheeling the shit out of you on the left side just to get the doctor stoppage. And yeah. So right here, like, obviously the doctor stoppage thing, it's like a nice little feature to have if you're like in career mode or, you know, something other than like a competitive field. I can only see this being like in favor of somebody when they're entering a fight and they're obviously winning on the scoreboards, they're damaging the person and they just won't go down. A lot of times fights like that, they just go on to the judge's decision, and depending on certain moves that your opponent made, they might, you know, get the win. So I could see why they did this, to stop fights before they get to the judge's decision, and also the online draw system, which it could affect this as well. So I'm a little skeptical about this, just on online gameplay, but I can see why they added this. This right here, this is the game changer.
It should be just as fun.
The game changer right here. There's no more mini games as far as I know. It's very seamless.
Ground game in UFC 5.
The seamless submission system.
So I'm wondering if you could deny the advancements as well.
Functions as an extension of the overall ground game.
See right here, this is perfect, right? Ground game looks way better than it did in the last one, and that was an improvement from UFC 3. This one is just like on another level. They say they removed the mini games. The mini games I thought were a little weird, but it being seamless and it being it looks like you could actually move while your opponent is doing other things. I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but it's definitely a vast improvement.
This delivers a much faster and far more.
And they really don't show us the options. See right here, look.
Fresh and fluid.
I want to see if he taps out. They don't show you nothing right there. So they don't really show you anything if there's like a little mini game for you to escape. If they would have just had like the replay system normal, with like the cinematic effects minus the gray cloudy stuff, it would be a lot better. But I think that they added a filter to it. It looks a little Fight Night-ish. Doesn't really come off that well. But I mean, it's better than the other system that they had where it was just like a colored filter over it.
Super slow motion finishing with all those
super slow motion.
Lighting. It really turns your
the trailers are gonna go crazy with this. MMA game is gonna love it.
Improved interactions with the
referee interactions, that really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? And then online draws, that's pretty much one of the good things that I was seeing from everybody. Everybody was psyched about this, but I'm not really psyched about it. Career mode, it seems like it's going to be a little bit different. They added this. They did this in UFC 3 where you could pick and then you would win a certain amount of coins, but you could win packs and things like that too in UFC 3. Now they just kind of switched it up a little bit where you can actually win coins, and coins are going to go towards, I believe, vanity stuff, which is going to go towards your like alter ego clothing or your career mode clothing. I hope they don't bring back like shirts and rainbow heads and shit like that, but who knows what they might do. They finally brought back this coach. This coach helped you like maybe like your first year in the UFC, and then once you like got it big, you never saw this fucker again. You never saw him. So now he's in there with Bullet Shevchenko, and I don't know how that's gonna work out. I don't think she's gonna be like the NBA 2K player, my career little person that just in there like comedic relief. I don't know exactly what her role is in this, but they added the Performance Institute. They added a bunch of other gyms and stuff, and more than likely, just the mode in itself got a nice update. That's pretty much it, guys. There really wasn't nothing there that was going to be able to talk about other than the submission system. I wish we got a little bit more a deeper dive into it, just to show us what happens once you get them in the armbar. That's the most important part, because if they show us a mini game that is similar to UFC's 4, it's gonna raise hell. If it's more like UFC 3 and 2, maybe it'll be a lot better. In my opinion, those were the better submission mini games other than that. So I'm definitely dropping a pre-order, guys. Make sure you look into it before you pre-order. I'm not gonna suggest that you pre-order this because it kind of, I don't know. It looks like it got a facelift, but at the same time, it looks like they're going to kind of play into some of the microtransaction things that they had in UFC 4, which is going to kind of kill the game again. So other than that, looks good.